Hey everybody, Unconscious Not here. Gonna give you a tip for recovery. Set some boundaries. You gotta set some boundaries for yourself. Real boundaries that you stick to. Because if you don't stick to your own boundaries, you don't even respect yourself. Why do we need boundaries? Because it teaches you, it teaches your body, it teaches your unconscious that, hey, I am worth respect. I am worthy of respect. I have lines that you do not cross. You don't use me. I'll help you out. But you're not going to allow someone to abuse your trust, abuse your good nature. Because when you start allowing people to abuse your good nature, it seeps into you. It's what Dr. Sarno calls a goodist. You're so good, you want to be good. You want to be everything to everyone. If you think you're being everything to everyone, or you try to be everything to everyone, or you want everybody to like you, that's never going to happen. And if you have this tendency, you have to recognize it. Because it is toxic. It is toxic to recovery. It's toxic to your body. You're neglecting yourself. Not telling you to be selfish. You just cannot forget about yourself. And if you devote 100% of your time and energy to other people, one, you're distracting yourself from whatever you have hidden. And two, your body's going to say, I'm not worthy. I don't deserve this love. I don't deserve love unless I do something for somebody else. And that's not true. If you feel like you have to do something or be somebody, you don't have to be the jester. You don't have to be funny. You don't have to be the great cook. You don't have to have, when you have guests over, you don't have to have everything so fancy. You don't have to do this. If people can't enjoy you for you, then they're not really your friends anyway. And this comes back to boundaries. You got to set your boundaries. You can help people out. It's the greatest thing in the world is being there for other people and helping them out and having that mutual. But if it's not mutual, if there's not a mutual love, and if there's not that real connection, if somebody's using you in a way that is unhealthy for you, you have to let them know. And that's with boundaries. You might love this person to death, and you just have to say, hey, I've done dishes every day for months. You need to do your fair share. Or I've done XYZ. I always do everything. It happens a lot with spouses and with parents and siblings and friends. It's like, hey, I always go exactly where you want to go to eat. Or it could be small things. The small things will wear you down. Oh, you always choose the restaurant to eat. You always choose the dinner we want. You always choose this, that. Not in a naggy way. You don't nag them. You just say, hey, these are my boundaries. We're going to change. I'm not going to be everything to everybody. Yeah, no, I have to look out for myself. And when you signal that, when you say that to the other person, they should respect you, because that's what a decent person would do. Say, oh, I respect your boundaries. If you're not being unreasonable, then it signals to your body that, hey, you know what? I am worthy. I am worthy. I am valuable. I deserve love. I am love. You see, it'll start the whole process of programming your unconscious to, you know what? I am worthy. And when you're doing things you secretly don't want to do, openly or subconsciously or unconsciously, don't want to do these things like, oh, I'm so resentful of my husband, but I would never say it. And I don't even say it to myself. It's just right below the surface. Guess what? That's poison. That's poison filling you up. Sit down with yourself. Ask yourself, what am I not happy with? Your body will tell you. Your mind will tell you, okay, I figured out what I don't like. Okay. It might take a few days for you to really realize. Just write it down. There's no rush. You've been doing this your whole life. You don't need to do this all in one day. Just figure it out slowly, and then make a list of your own personal boundaries. Write it down and say, what are my boundaries? Well, I wouldn't let somebody do that. I wouldn't let somebody take advantage of me like that. I want to be treated with respect. I want to feel appreciated. I want them to reciprocate, etc., etc., etc. Random strangers I don't know. I don't have to be like, I don't have to put on a big song and dance for everybody. I don't have to go to a party and feel like I have to entertain everybody. I don't have to make everybody laugh. Make a list of all these boundaries, like, I don't want to do this. I don't really like doing this. I really don't like being this personality type. I really don't like that when when there's 20 people, when there's a party, I have to make sure everybody's sitting fine and sitting pretty and everybody's comfortable. You know what? Everybody's an adult. They can be responsible for themselves. Write that down. Now, make a boundary out of it. Just tell yourself, I'm not going to do that anymore. And if somebody asks me to go over and beyond, just say, hey, I'm setting boundaries. Just tell them straight up, you have boundaries. These are my new boundaries. Don't be apologetic. Just say, hey, these are my new boundaries. Don't apologize for yourself. Don't apologize for you. Unless you sincerely do something wrong, then you apologize. But don't apologize for just being. If you apologize for just being, that's not a good unconscious. I mean, it all goes back to the unconscious. You say, oh, I'm sorry. I'll do whatever you want. Or, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to host this get together, or I'm not going to clean up the whole mess. Like you have a group of friends. I'm not going to be the one only to clean it up. You say that. You're not going to say, I'm not going to be the only one to clean it up. I'm sorry. No, you don't say that. You say, it's not fair to me. I have boundaries. We can all do this together, or let's do something simpler. We don't need to have a big event. I'm just using event as an example. We don't have to have this big to do. If you want to do it, you can. But my boundary is, I'll do this. I'll help with this. I'll do with this. That's my boundary. And I think if we share equally, we'll be good. And if they don't respect you or talk behind your back, you know what? Not true friends. Not true. I mean, sorry. A lot of people are just the most selfish people in the world. That's the way it is. You just got to realize that. And I'm not telling you to be more selfish. I'm just telling you to respect yourself, because selfishness is toxic in itself. But have you noticed the people who are most selfish in your life, they usually don't have chronic pain. They usually don't have chronic conditions. Or they have the most chronic conditions, and that's their way of being completely selfish. And have you ever noticed, since you're such a good person, you're such a great person, you have these chronic conditions, and that is how you can receive other people's help without feeling guilty. Well, I have this back problem. Well, I have this terrible autoimmune disease. It's arthritis. I want to be babied. I want to be treated well. It gives you an excuse why you get to be treated that way. Because on the surface, you don't think you deserve it. But somewhere in your body says, hey, I want to be treated like that too. And the only way you can allow yourself to be treated this way is if you actually have a physical ailment, because you can't cheat it, because you're so honest that if you didn't have pain, you would feel guilty about being treated, pampered. You would think special treatment. But since you have the pain, you feel, okay, I deserve this special treatment. This is the only way you can deserve this. That's the only way you get attention, is from the doctors, is from family. You feel the only way you get this attention of people caring about you is from this illness. Really reflect on that, because that's very important. Is this illness, are these symptoms a way to receive attention, negative attention, positive attention, because that's the way you feel about it? Are these giving me a bonus in any way, shape, or form? Reflect on that. Really make a list of everything you want to have for boundaries. What are my boundaries? I don't like staying up past 10:30. My friends want me to. I said no, but I'm going to do it anyway. No, that's your boundary. I'm going home. You respect yourself. You stick to it. Stick to it. Don't apologize. Have your boundaries. We'll talk more about those. I got a few more things I want to talk about, but that's a tip right now. Make some boundaries and reflect on what your symptoms get you. Do they get you some sympathy? Are your symptoms getting you some sympathy? Are they getting you? Are they getting you coddled a little bit? Are you being babied a little from your symptoms? Be honest with yourself. And if that offends you, well, keep digging, because this shouldn't offend you. All right. Well, it could. I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't feel, but I'm just saying, if it offends you, that's going to lead to more symptoms. Letting go of those feelings of offense and, oh, how dare you insult my condition. Yeah, it's not your condition. It's a condition that you have temporarily. Just remember that. It's temporary. All right, guys. Talk to you later.